This is section 10.6. This is the third part of our video. Again, this is probably the toughest section that we've had in a long time, maybe even the course. So use your resources, take your time, make sure you learn. Theorem 10.16 talks about segments of secants and tangents. If a secant segment and a tangent segment share an endpoint outside of a circle, then the product of the lengths of the secant segment and its external segment equals the square of the length of the tangent segment. So a little bit different here. We do have a secant segment, which we've seen before, and that secant segment has an external piece. Take the green times the red, and you're going to set it equal to the blue squared on the other side. Since we only have a tangent on that side, there's no chord and there's no secant. It's just a tangent. Let's try one of those. We want to find the distance from R to S. Okay, well, I have a tangent, or at least it looks like a tangent, that has a length of 16. I have a chord that has a length of x plus 8. I'm just adding those pieces together. And then I have this external piece that has a length of x. I need that x plus 8 to multiply with the external part, x, and set that equal to 16 squared. I think 16 squared is 256. I should know that. I'm pretty sure it is, though. Yeah, it is. Okay, now you want to solve for x. I want to get everything on one side. Can I think of some factors of 256 that give me a sum of 8? Yeah, I could figure it out if I wanted to. I could use my calculator. I could just go to my quadratic equation solver as well. All right, so my A value was 1. My V value was 8. And then my C value was negative 256. Okay, so good thing I didn't spend a lot of time trying to calculate that. This would be your value of x. We have a negative value and a positive value. It's negative 4 plus or minus 4 squared roots of 17. And it's got to be a positive value because if you notice, that red segment has a length of x. It's got to be positive. Did I write that correctly? It's negative 4, yeah. And that gives me 12 point something. 49.24. Okay, so sometimes these guys don't factor. Right here, these guys don't factor like you would want them to. It's not always pretty, it's not always a whole number. Again, that's part of the reason it's more of a challenge. Let's practice some more. We'll start with this first one. I'm going to take x plus 10. I'm going to multiply that with x. I'm going to set it equal to 12 squared. Let's see if that guy factors. A would be 1, B would be 10, C would be negative 144. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. X is 8 or X is negative 18. Okay, now remember this is geometry, so our X value, that red guy up there, has to be positive. You can't have a negative segment length. So X equals 8 would be your answer. Let's do the middle guy next. I'm going to take 4, that's 3 plus 1, times 1, and set that equal to X squared. So it looks a whole lot simpler than what we've been doing. What could X be? It could be positive or negative 2. I'm going to throw out the negative value again because notice that tangent right there has a length of X. It's got to be a positive length, not a negative length. So X is 2. Let's try this last one up here. I'm going to take X plus 5 because I add those two lengths together times 5. And I'm going to set that equal to 49. Five X equals 24. So X would be, well, 5 would go into 24 4 times, with 4 left over. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's okay. Sometimes you don't get whole number answers. All right, let's make sure we know the difference with our theorems. That's theorem 1014. You can't see that green down here. This is theorem 1015. And this guy up here is theorem 1016. Let's see if we can solve all of these. I'm going to do the one on the left first. I'm going to do 9 times 16. I'm going to set that equal to 18x. Okay, now 9 times 16, I'm going to see what that equals. It gives me 144. I need to divide that by 18. Okay, so x equals 8. Let's move to the middle one. I'm going to get 40. That's 22 plus 18 times 18. And I'm going to set that equal to x plus 29. That's the whole entire secant times x. I might be tight on space here. 720 equals x squared plus 29x. I'm not even going to mess with this guy. It's going right into the quadratic equation calculator. 129 negative 720. 129 negative 720. Okay, good. X is 16 and x is negative 45. A lot easier, a lot more efficient than messing around with that by hand. And of course I forgot. 16 and negative 45. So x is 16 here. It can't be negative 45. Do you see how the x length right there? It has to be positive. Okay, let's try one more. I'm going to do x plus 14. That's my entire green segment. That's this entire thing times x. And that has to equal 15 squared. I know that's 225. I'm not going to mess around with this one either. It's going right into the quadratic equation calculator. I know space is tight. 1, 14, negative 225. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we end up with this, negative 7 plus or minus square root of 274. That's your exact answer for x. And that would be, there'd be a positive root and a negative root. We care about the positive one only here because notice how x is a segment length. 9.55, 295. That would be our value for that x.